Hey guys, Sean O'Gorman from Focus Wide, and I'm here with you today for another video blog. And this time we're talking about what do you want to be when you grow up in CrossFit. So when you're a kid, people always ask you that, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do? All of those sort of things. Now I want you to look at it, sounds like a bit of a silly title, but I want you to look at it, what do you want to be when you grow up in CrossFit? So where do you want to be in CrossFit in 5 years time? Where do you want to be with your health and fitness in 10 years time? Where do you want to be with it in 2 weeks time? Whatever it is. Now when you're a kid and you're asked that question, you dream big. Nobody even thinks of the possibilities of what could slow you down. There's no limits on your possibilities, no limit on your ability, no limit on your skills. So when people ask kids what they want to be, it's like fireman, policeman, astronaut, doctor, vet, ballet dancer, whatever. It can be any one of a million things, but kids never ever say, oh, I'd love to be that, but I can't because I'm not really good enough, or I'm not really fast enough, or I'm not really whatever. And the younger the child, the less limitations they've learned to put on themselves, so the less limitations they put on those dreams. So 3 things again, guys, every video is the same, I want you to take away. Every video is different, we always take 3 things away. So the first thing I want you to look at is, honour the effort that it's taken you to get to where you are in your CrossFit journey already. Before you even try and work out who you want to be in CrossFit when you grow up, look at the effort that it's already taken you and honour that, the effort and the commitment and everything it takes to come here. To come to an environment then when I'm sure when you first started was really intimidating and you didn't know if you were going to be any good. To take the time out of your busy day away from family, friends, relationships, work, everything else you have to do to put that time into yourself. The time it takes to rest properly, eat well, all those things. So really take the time to give yourself a pat on the back and be appreciative of the fact that you're already here. So that's part of it. That's the first part. The second part of it is we all need to have a lot of humility when you do CrossFit, and I'm sure you've been smashed with that before. We all get humbled in CrossFit whether we like it or not, and that's because you will suck. You will suck at different things. You may suck in a workout today that tomorrow you'll be better in. You might suck in a particular movement. You may suck in your running. It could be whatever, but you are going to suck in CrossFit. That's just how it is. That's why it's such a fantastic sport, because it humbles even the best. So even the best guys and the girls in the world still suck at some things sometimes and still get very much humbled and smashed by things at times. So you see it happen in the CrossFit Games every year. If you watch, there's a million videos on YouTube with all the best guys, and they'll tell you from time to time that they suck. But that's one of the greatest things about this sport. So have the humility to learn and to develop the skills that you're no good at. So when you suck at something, you get smashed at something, take a breath, stop and go, well, with the humility, don't get angry, don't get the shits with it, just go, well, that's something now I've really got to work hard on, and be grateful for the fact that now you've got something else to work on, because the more you work on your weaknesses, the more they'll become your strengths. One of the key things I love about this sport. If you identify a weakness, work your ass off on it, because then that becomes your strength. And if you keep doing that, those things cycle over and over and over, and your weakness becomes your strength. And then as it drops back down, as others overtake it, it becomes your weakness. You will just work on everything all the time. But when you pick one thing you're no good at, because you suck at it and you've been humbled in it, work hard at it. Nothing feels more accomplished and feels better when you get something done that you couldn't do before. It's a massive accomplishment, and that's what part of the great part of this sport. And the third part is really focus on the fact that CrossFit is a journey, it's not a destination. Now whether that be the journey of a WOD, the journey of a particular movement or lift or whatever that you're trying to master, or just the sport in general. To me, CrossFit's something that I will do for the rest of my life. Now that's the health and fitness journey, that's everything about just training and being healthy, but all of it's a journey. So everything you learn, if you come in here today and get smashed by something that humbles you, like we talked about in the last video, then understand that going forward, that's just part of the journey. That's not a destination where you get to an end point of, oh, I suck at handstand push-ups and got smashed in the open because of it. This is shit and I really hate it. It's about going, no, this is part of the journey. That's just identified something else I need to work at, and I can do that absolutely, 100%. That's a big part. So the 3 things I want you to take away from all of this, guys, is look at it and honour the effort you've put in to date to get here. Number 2 is have the humility to learn when you get smashed, and be humbled and willing to learn. Understand that what you're doing in this sport is so important, because it develops who you are in here, but it develops who you are outside. And last but not least, it's a journey, not a destination. Everything in this sport is about a journey. So the more you go along this path, for the next 12 months, 10 years, lifetime, the further you're going to get. The destination, you never get to a destination, because it's all about being healthier and fitter and better. So if you're watching this, guys, anywhere other than at focuswad.com, go over there, put in your name and your email address. And until next time, hope you're loving your training. We'll talk to you soon.